Dee, what kind of Western standoff was this?
I don't know. It was an extremely awkward one, that's for sure.
I mean, Robyn can't even look at Meri and Janelle long enough to shoot a gun at them. I don't know where she would be shooting. Justin better duck and cover. And Kody, he's been shooting in them long enough. He's done. This is not a Western standoff. This is more King Kody and Queen Robyn show up an hour late and expect these peasants to kiss their toes.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Sister Wives, Season 20, Episode 9, Standoff at Coyote Pass. Not really. Let's watch.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
Hey, Channel Surfers. Welcome back to Remote Reality. I'm Lauren, the attorney who loves reality TV and pretty much overanalyzes everything. My food, what I drink, what I wear. I changed my outfit like 3 times today.
And I'm Dee, her paralegal, her reluctant sidekick.
Yes, she kicks and screams every time we get on the podcast.
Not because I'm on the podcast. I just don't like being in front of the camera.
Well, at least you're not Kody and Robyn.
True.
What the heck? Before we get into this, if you haven't liked and subscribed, it doesn't cost anything, and it's the best way to support us. So go ahead and do that on YouTube. Click the follow, leave us the 5-star reviews on Apple and Spotify, and let's get started. Robyn and Kody are royal pains in the arses. Who died and made them queen? And no, the wrong answer would be Elizabeth.
Yeah. I thought that was the most awkward scene to watch. And what the hell was going on with Meri's face? Like, it just looked like it was like frozen in time or something. Like, every time the camera went to her, she had the exact same goofy expression on her face.
She was smirking at them the entire time. Like, they were the biggest joke out there. But seriously, who shows up an hour late in their Nissan Armada Platinum carriage and wonders, what should we do? Like, I really wanted to get out and say hi to them, but, well, that they didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you're the ones that showed up an hour late in bad weather. You want the villagers to be standing outside waiting on your arrival with grapes? Do you want them to carry you in a gold chariot around Coyote Pass? Take you over to the pond so Kody can skinny dip naked? I mean, what are they expecting?
I don't know, but I don't think it was what they were expecting.
Meri and Janelle are giving 0 fucks. They've been sitting there waiting for you.
Yeah.
In the wind.
Mhm.
And the cold and the rain.
They just want to get this shit over with.
Now, Kody continues to imagine that he is a cowboy going out there to do a duel and defend Robyn's honor. He even has these gloves on, like yellow and black with they look like work gloves. But I know with a duel, you take off a glove and then like slap the person to start the duel. I don't know. It's been a while. I dated a guy that was getting his PhD in history, and his dissertation was on duels. Been for 20 years. But this is what I remember. So is that what it was for? Or is Kody like, look, before this land transfers to someone else, look at all of this space. I could hide some bodies. We just get rid of these bitches. I got gloves. They'll never catch me. Is he just like planning on leaving something behind at Coyote Pass one last time? Nothing to say here. We're just going to take care of the situation.
The gloves did look ridiculous, and they were like oversized or something. Like, they looked like robot hands or something on him. It was really weird.
He's like Ronald McDonald, got those big old hands.
And then Janelle's in like short sleeves.
Well, she's freezing cold.
She
her
is.
Short sleeves and her safari hat.
Yeah. That she never put on. She just held it the whole time.
And Kody, when he's talking about this standoff, he's like grunting in the ITMs. You know, Robyn's sitting there thinking, oh, my sexy man. And Meri and Janelle are watching this, trying not to lose their lunch.
Mm-hmm. Like us.
Like us. Seriously, I had to pop a Pepto before we started the podcast today. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but Kody, Meri, and Janelle, all 3 of them, when they got out of the car, they like pulled their pants down.
I did notice that. every single one of them were pulling the bottom of their pants down. Like, are they so tight, like they ride up at the bottom? So when you sit down, or are they too short where you got to pull them back down? I don't know. I'm a short person. I don't have that
Well,
problem.
Mary's looked plenty long. Were they just like trying to get the fish fillet crumbs from their McDonald's value meal off of their pants before they got out? I have no idea.
I don't know, but Kody did it.
Strange.
Yeah, Kody did it first, and it was just like as each one got out of their vehicle, they all were adjusting their pants at the bottom.
One of them. That's not a thing I do. I guess I don't wear pants that much, though. So Janelle says that they were waiting on paperwork for Meri to come back to get the property, and it was taking Meri forever. And then we cut, and you can hear the change in tonation, but she starts talking about how Kody could have sold it out from under Meri. That part was definitely pasted together. Not only do you hear the change there, because it makes it sound like she was suggesting, well, if Meri doesn't get this paperwork in, let's go ahead and do a partition action. If her name is on the property, that's the only way to get it off.
He said that Janelle wanted me to just go ahead and sell it behind Meri's back. And Robyn's like, no. Everything's going to be done fair. I had many fights with him over this.
Janelle said she could do it, but this doesn't make any sense. If Meri is agreeing, a partition action is going to be time consuming and money. I promise you, their lawyers were like, if you can work this out without getting the courts involved and having the cost of the court sale, get them to agree to it. So if she isn't getting this in and it's been a couple of months, still a lengthy lawsuit. This is definitely spliced together.
Yeah, I agree.
Robyn, this is the second time we've heard her say, I just want to make sure it's fair for everyone. Have we ever heard her specifically say she wants it to be fair for Janelle and Meri? I'm wondering if by fair for everyone, she means that when Christine gave her and Kody her property, that was theirs. That shouldn't be part of it. Kody, you see him saying they just rolled over and decided to go with 25% for everyone. So if they're rolling over and rolling over is 25%, and he's saying we just rolled over, suggesting him and Robyn, I think when she means fair for everyone, she's speaking in that royal we, as she does.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure everybody gets a fair deal. She wants to make sure she gets a fair deal. She can't even look at them. She did something shameful.
Yeah, I think so too. She was looking everywhere but them. Like you would see her looking off towards the mountains, behind her, to the side, everywhere but where Janelle and Meri were standing.
Yeah, she acts like she has never seen Coyote Pass before. Oh, look, it's a mountain. It's a tree. It's some flies. Hey, there's a beaver. But really, she's just staring a hole in the side of Kody's face. She cannot keep her eyes off his side of his face because he's kind of looking around. Everybody does eye contact except Robyn. And she tries to say, oh, like I looked over a few times. No, you didn't.
I'm just going to give Meri her space. She always says she's going to give Meri her space.
Meri was staring her down the same way she was staring Kody down. Robyn was staring Kody down. And Janelle thinks that Robyn was intimidated. And she said, we can all be adults here. Well, I would have been petty. I definitely would have just been staring Robyn down and not saying a word. Let her squirm.
Yeah. I would have too. That would have been probably the least I did, honestly.
What else would you have done?
I'm a lot more petty. I don't know.
Let's hear it, Petty Betty.
I don't know. I'd probably been sneaking little fingers at her when nobody else was looking. Stuff like
except her. Yeah. She'd start crying to Kody.
And then nobody else would see it. And I'd be like, nuh-uh.
Oh, even if you didn't do it, I bet if she turned around and said, hey, Kody, D just split me off, Kody would believe it.
Oh, yeah.
So the point that everybody gets out of their cars is when Justin Bemis shows up. And then we have Bemis and Butthead. Him and Kody are just standing there. Oh, yeah, I would hug you, but he like slaps him on the back. He has never met Meri and Janelle. And you would think that he would say hi quickly and then immediately go and introduce himself to somebody he's about to make a pretty big commission off of. But no, he like bros it up with Kody before he does that. And they're just standing there feeling totally uncomfortable. Then he walks up, he's like, hi, I'm Justin Bieber Miss.
Well, and he gave Robyn a big hug, too.
Yeah, he went and hugged Kody, but he hugged all the ladies.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hug Kody either.
I wouldn't either.
And
No, I don't think Janelle hugged him at the beginning. She hugged him at the end. Like when he first came in, Janelle was shaking his hand. But by the time he left, he hugged Janelle and Meri.
yeah, Janelle was ready to get up out of there.
She's like, just give me my damn things. Let me sign my stuff and get the hell out of here.
Kody complained about Meri and Janelle not following the COVID protocol, but they were a very safe distance away from Kody and Robyn during this standoff. They were not ready to catch the Kody Robyn plague. They were doing an awesome job at that social distancing. And he says they're bad at it. Now, Kody starts his skinny dipping story, and Robyn's like pulling something off of his beard. Meri, she's got that smirk on her face that's like glued on the whole time.
It doesn't leave. It's the same expression the whole time.
And Janelle's just standing there kicking dirt around like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. She doesn't want to hear this. She's like, I don't care. I'm not here for story time. And then she says that her favorite moment at Coyote Pass is just really Garrison taking pictures of the stars. But other than that, she's calling out production here. Justin is pulling out paperwork that's already printed. Like, okay, guys, look over this. And Janelle says, oh, you emailed us this. Calling it out. Like, why are we looking over this? And if there were corrections to be made, if you've already emailed it and printed it out, like, what are you going to do at Coyote Pass?
I don't know, unless she was just wanting to make sure there wasn't any changes to it.
I promise you, all of this paperwork was done beforehand. Did you see them sign anything?
No.
No.
And I thought it was, she definitely
was there a notary there? No.
She definitely went, though, to the division page. She wanted to make sure that it was correct.
Well, she said, I'll double check it because production is making us come out here and do this bullshit. There is not one reason that they need to be there. They did not all go out there to switch names on titles. I'm sure they did that by power of attorney. This was production setting this up, and they sat out there waiting for an hour for Kody and Robyn to show up, and now they're not even saying hi to them. What was the point of this? That's the point that Janelle's making. She's like, dude, you emailed me this. Why am I double checking it? I will, because you know why. You know why I have to double check it. Production made us do it, but it's so made up. So lame. Meri is saying in her ITMs that Kody and Robyn acted like they didn't know how to have a normal conversation. And then cut to Robyn. The edit here is brilliant. You see her fumbling over her words. She cannot get the sentence straight, which could they have edited out the blah, blah, blah at the beginning? Yeah, but they left it in there to show she can't speak a straight sentence. And what she ends up saying is, I don't endorse the fakeness.
Yes. Who the fuck out there was fake during that? It was so awkward. Meri has that look on her face. Janelle's got the just hurry this shit up look on her face. I did not see anybody trying to be fake.
Could definitely be edited from something else she said, but what? No, like they really didn't want to talk to you.
And they weren't pretending they wanted to. Dumbass.
And then Kody says that Robyn hates girl games. I guess she loves whatever games Kody is playing because she's playing right along with them. We see that throughout this entire episode. I am shocked by some of the things that she says. That the words that we see stitched together coming out of her mouth at the end when she's saying that there's a lot of influence. What the heck?
Yeah.
She loves these games that Kody is playing. So and also, what's a girl game? I tried to think, what would be a not girl game? Like Sticky Biscuit? Is that the game she loves?
Sticky Biscuit.
Do you know what Sticky Biscuit is?
No, you always do this to me. What's Sticky Biscuit?
Are we going to keep this episode relatively clean?
Well, I don't know. It's your episode. Do what you want. Go for it, girl.
It's a bunch of guys that sit around in a circle and beat off, and the last one to come on the biscuit has to eat it.
Never
but it's an all guy game.
Hmm.
And she'd be the last one because she isn't a dude. She loves the guy games. I don't know. It's like, what else could be an all guy game? He does say, though, that he was ashamed that the Coyote Pass stuff went down so badly. Kody says that, which I'm not seeing that in the edit. But he also promises that's it. Chapters close. We won't hear anything else about the Coyote Pass. And I wrote down bullshit. And guess what we hear about in every single segment after this?
Coyote Pass.
Good guess. Good job. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We will be hearing about this until the end of this series, I'm sure. They're going to squeeze it out till the bitter end. Even Robyn, oh, I'm so sad. Like, it's gone. We hear it again in this episode. You're not sad, bitch. You just got to check. You're about to go to QVC. Hush. This is like Christmas morning for Robyn. Hand her a big old check, put it in her bank account. That's the only thing she wants Kody depositing is that check.
Yeah, she got shopping to do.
Yeah. Now, Christine, it's not worth any amount of money for her to be involved in this drama. She is glad she has signed over the property and she did not have to go and do a standoff with Janelle and Meri. I don't blame her. She's like, I don't even know what they made on the property and I don't care. It could be $1 million. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't want to watch my lunch in reverse. I'm good. So Christine wants to take her hardworking man out for a treat. So she takes him for facials. And I don't think he understands what kind of facials because he's going, wait a minute. I thought this happened sitting up. And, oh, we get to do naked stuff? Is he talking about getting Christine facials?
Maybe that's how they do theirs.
He is.
I bet she's laying her head right in his lap when she gets one.
Well, he even invites her to come lay down on the table with him. He's like, come on. She's like, no, I've got my own for this. So, yeah, it's not the facial that he's expecting. And when he says, oh, we get to do the naked stuff, the masseuse, she throws up her hands, like 2 hands up. Stop. No, we do not. No, not all of it. No, sir. We are not. I do not need this to happen again today. This should not be the second time somebody has gotten facials confused today. So please refrain. The esthetician she's had a sticky day. So David says this was a trap. And then Christine tells us ways to trap David. So let's review. 1, go to a different movie that is different than the movie you originally said. So just imagine Christine says, hey, David, let's go see Top Gun. David's like, oh, yeah, let's go see Top Gun. I'm going to get some popcorn and you got tickets. But yeah, I got the tickets. And they show up and it's Smurfs. She tricked him. He's still not over the Smurfs. And she got him a blue icy just to rub it in. All right. Second way is to say you're going to a small gathering, but really Christine rolls up. There's a field full of people drinking PBR in the moonlight. There's some buddies playing their guitars, trying their best drunk version of
Friends in Low Places.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
I've got Friends in Low Places.
No.
Oh, my
I was
rowdy
thinking about
friends
the
are...
one where the mom gets run over by a train. David Allen Coe. You don't have to call me darling.
Oh, okay.
Either one. They're both great. So, yeah, shows up at this right after the cops have shown up to start investigating the noise complaint. And to be fair, when this happens, Christine doesn't know. How is she supposed to know how many people are going to show up to a shindig? It's not like they RSVP'd at these things.
True.
No way.
There's only 100 people here. Forget it. It's nothing.
She wasn't counting on the ones either that are passed out face down after doing the cake stands. Like, do they really count if they're sleeping? They're sleeping it off.
What about the ones that ran off when the cops showed off? You know, there's a good probably dozen that ran.
They don't count. And if they came naked, it's not like they're taking a spot on the coat rack. So they don't count either. How would she know?
She's sneaky.
So the other way is say you're going for a facial and then it's a beauty facial. Tricked again. Speaking of drunk, passed out people all over the place, let's wander on back to Parowan where we have Meri and Amber who can't spell the word friend. And how do I know this? Meri has this brilliant idea before the contractor's been fixing up her house. Let's write stuff on the walls. Now, to me, it looked like they had put in the drywall
Yeah.
and sanded it. Maybe they just were going to paint it.
Yeah. I guess primer would probably cover up a Sharpie. I don't know.
That's what I was wondering.
Because they
And
were
if you-
using Sharpies.
They were using Sharpies. And when you go into the bedroom, you see it's like a plaster or like stucco
Yeah.
wall. It has swirls in it. So these look like new walls. They look,
Mhm.
you could see the gray behind it. You could see where they sanded it off. So yeah, you know what? These words and sayings, these affirmations, hopefully they didn't get them on TikTok. They might be bleeding through the paint, but let's do that. That's fun. Meri's so full of fun. And what's more fun than being 2 or 3 years old, getting a fresh new crayon, and then coloring all over your parents' walls? Let's do something crazy. Do something fun. So that's what they decide to do. And Amber writes FREIND and then puts a big E over the E and the I and then scratches it out and writes, mistakes are welcome. Do you think that was a group effort to spell it right? Do you think Meri said, no, that's wrong. There's no I, it's just an E. And then she wrote the big E.
Oh, no. It ends with end. Friend ends with end. That's the way I always remember it.
I before E, except after C. How much have they been drinking here?
I don't know.
Like,
there might be a couple bottles involved.
Or is this just the Utah education system?
It's failing them. It's failing them.
I can't say much. South Carolina education system's at the bottom of the barrel. But that was rough. That was rough. So what other affirmative words do we have here to start this new life?
I saw positive,
joy, peace, abundance.
She had a really long one too. Something about the roof over your head.
Which, that is actually a toast for St. Patrick's Day. I looked it up.
Oh.
May the roof never fall in, and may friends gathered below it never fall out. So, yeah, that is an Irish toast. Cheers. Maybe they're drinking Jameson and Fireball. Also makes me wonder, where did she hire these contractors? Are we worried about the roof coming in?
Maybe she went to Chat GPT.
Do we find them on Craigslist? Because you know Meri's still on Craigslist. She's like, doesn't everybody go on Craigslist?
That's where she'll find her next man.
But this has...
Sorry.
the man seeking woman section. Yeah. What do you think that ad's going to look like?
I don't know. Let's hope that she doesn't do like she did with the speed dating.
All it really needs to say is I'm tall, art, and handsome and romantic, and she'll be in it. A lot of her requirements seem to stop at cute.
Mm-hmm.
So she's at least raised the bar from Kody. Props.
Yeah.
Good job, Meri.
Cheers.
This is going to be some nice ass renovations. This is going to be nice. That's what we're saying. They're going to be sweet. These ain't getting out of the family. Nope. Leon, you just found out that your mom plans on putting this thing into a trust so you can't sell it and you'll get to enjoy it for life. And she's going to stretch that fucker out until she doesn't violate the rule against perpetuities. 21 years after any life and being, I don't remember, whatever. Rule against perpetuities. She can basically have control over it for a long ass time. So that's the only thing I can think. How else is she going to like make sure it stays in the family? Once she's gone, she's gone.
Yeah, I was thinking the same way as you.
Leon would sell that. Leon would be like, oh, you know, it'd be nice. A Viper. That'd be real nice. Yeah, I know those cars are old, but it's a classic. We don't need this. We don't need this old people house that my mom and her friends sat around taking shots at Jameson in. No, we're going to start fresh. And Amber asked Meri for an update, and Meri just recaps the same lame stuff we saw. Nobody was talking to each other. It was weird. There you go. First 10 minutes of the show in 5 words. Next up, we have Janelle. It's her job to recap it to Maddie because she's like, Maddie is the only one who is kind of stuck in a chair right now with an infant. It would be really hard after giving birth for her to get up and walk away from me talking about this boring ass shit. So we're going to throw it on her. And as
Yeah.
we come in, Maddie's had enough of her kids. She's like, look, we're going to pay a restaurant. And the restaurant is going to be up in your bedroom. Get out of my hair. Go ask grandma what she wants. Oh, Janelle and her order.
I wondered about it. And then when she explained it, I was like, that's exactly what I was thinking. What was it? Lukewarm water.
Lukewarm
Room
water,
temperature.
no ice, and a lemon, which we've
whole
seen
lemon.
this before. We've seen in prior seasons Kody get like a plate full of lemons to squeeze into water. He makes his own lemonade.
And of course, the kid was completely confused. And she's like, never mind. That's
Of course, she doesn't know who Kody is. She doesn't know what Kody drinks. You can't even explain it to her because if you say, oh, Kody, you might as well be talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson. This toddler has no clue. I mean, the toddler
Right.
probably has a better chance of Neil deGrasse Tyson, honestly. But Maddie, she's just like, don't even talk about him. Just no. Like, I've got a headache. I've got kids. I got one sitting here suckling on me. The other one is trying to go get you some hot water. Don't burn yourself. But it's just like, just drop it, Janelle. Just drop it.
Her face said it all. You could see it on Maddie's face.
Just like, why do we have to bring up this name? Oh, God, because these camera people. I just want sleep. I just want sleep. Kody apparently is a good tipper, though. So that did surprise me. That's good. So at least he has that decency. I feel like that when he tips, it's more about look at what a good person I am instead of look at what a good job you did.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, his consideration for other people is like non-existent. It's like maybe 1 on the meter.
He just wants to stroke his own narcissism. And also, they don't care about giving him the lemons if he's tipping well. So he's also getting his fight with the lemons. Maddie is surprised that they're like, she's like, they didn't even say hi to you. They didn't even say, they couldn't even like blurt out hi in your direction. And
There was no hi, there was no bye.
it was the most boring scene. And here we are halfway through the show still talking about it. But Janelle, she says, I'm going to spice
How boring
things
it
up.
was.
We're out of here. Let's go to New Orleans. So at least we have that to look forward to because Kody's promise of we're not talking about Coyote Pass anymore absolutely did not come to fruition like most of his promises. It's Christine and David at the spa. David is fake snoring, waiting on his facial. And Christine says that her sister told her she's a terrible monogamous. What did you think about that conversation?
I can understand why she would think that because the way that the dynamic was when she was married with Kody, she was pretty independent. Most decisions were hers and the household was pretty much all her. So it might be a little bit hard to transition into living with someone. I can see that. I don't think it's anything she's doing on purpose.
But I have to disagree with her when she says that being monogamous means having to rely on the other person and not being independent. I don't know if that's what she's saying, is that it's the opposite. But you were very independent. Your husband was off
Gone
working.
a lot. Yeah.
I'm very independent. So I wonder if that's because, I don't know.
He said they just need to communicate more.
Exactly. He said it's just a communication thing. It's
Yeah.
not your independence. She even went and bought that condo, which he supported. So she's probably just still processing this new life.
Yeah.
She definitely is.
Well,
Trying
and
to
maybe
wrap her head around it.
maybe her sister who told her that has a different lifestyle of what being monogamous is.
She's doing great. She's doing better at monogamy than polygamy.
Yeah, it's just a huge transition for her to begin with.
So they put a hairband on David.
Got to make sure nothing gets in his eyes or, nothing in his hair.
It's going on his face, Dee.
I know he's bald. He doesn't even need a hairband. I'm just being smart.
Why are they
I'm just
doing
a
that?
smart ass.
And he said he's a pretty princess and he feels like $1 million. And then he says, I lost my man card on the floor. Can you find it somewhere? Christine says only real men get this stuff. Now, yesterday before I watched the show, yesterday afternoon, I went to go trim up my son's hair. It was getting a little bit long. And my husband has like a whole shaving kit with attachments and everything in his bathroom. So I went to his bathroom to look for the attachments for the shaving kit. And what other did I find than this facial kit? It has this like rolly ball thing. I don't even know what this other stuff is, but so yeah, real men, and I don't know, feels kind of good. That's neat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so real men also give themselves facials, apparently. All right,
My husband loved facials. Like when
Okay.
he would, whenever he would come home, he would always ask me, "Will you do a facial? Give me a facial." Because when I went to cosmetology school, there was about 6 weeks of learning facials. So it wasn't full-blown massages, just the facials.
I only had a facial once back in
They're very-
2016.
They're very relaxing. You gonna do that the whole show?
No, I'm putting it up right now. To feel good though, but the cold is starting to wear off of this stone on that little rolly thing. So Janelle, I did not realize she was one of the members of the Rolling Stones. She said she grew up saying New Orleans. It reminds me of Brown Sugar. And I'll mark it down on New Orleans.
I guess
He was
I've been in
doing
the
all
South.
right. You
Yeah.
should have heard that just around midnight. Sugar. Okay, I'm done. You're welcome for my guitar riff. When my husband and I, before we dated, we were friends, and we used to hang out with another friend of ours, Megan. Like the three of us were pretty much inseparable. And Megan and I were going to get the ingredients to make these bacon wrap sausages, which is like heart attack in a stick, but it's so amazing. So you take the little cocktail weenies and you wrap bacon around them, and then you put a toothpick on it so that it holds it together, and then you put brown sugar on top of it and bake. Maybe maple syrup too.
You're
Been
going
a
to
while
be
since I
making them,
made
aren't
those.
you? You're going to be making
No.
them, aren't you?
No, the Manjaro is Manjaroing today. I haven't even eaten today, and I'm just like, I'm good. So Megan was on the phone with Rob, and she tells them, she's like, oh, we just have to go get brown sugar. So she's not on speakerphone. She's like talking on the phone. So I start singing Rolling Stones' Brown Sugar, and she's like, you two, stop. She's like, Lauren, Rob's singing the exact same thing you are. What is wrong with the two of you? And that's before we ever dated. See, it was meant to be. We think alike. Anyway, brown sugar, didn't know. But you said in the South. I don't hear people say New Orleans.
No, I that's what I was getting ready to say. I don't hear it pronounced that way here in the South, the way she was saying it.
Is it a geographical thing?
Maybe.
I just thought it was a Stones thing. So Janelle is spending her money not how I would expect her to spend her money. She has decided to have a little fun and go to New Orleans with her friends, with Angela and Christine, which we saw last week, and then another friend named Alice. Who's Alice?
I don't know. Never seen her before. Never even heard of her before.
I don't think Janelle got the dress code. All of her friends are wearing black t-shirts and like cut up jeans. And Janelle is wearing a white shirt with a blue flower cardigan and boot cut loose fitting capris.
I noticed that she was not dressed like the friends either.
The friends, they were dressed exactly alike, the same exact outfit, which also was kind of strange.
Mm-hmm.
They're walking into New Orleans. They go past a voodoo shop, and I had to pull out my New Orleans voodoo doll. My friends are from New Orleans, and they brought this back for me. They go there pretty often. This one is from Madame Laveau's House of Voodoo.
You know, when I went down there, I got a Mojo doll, and I haven't seen it since I moved. That just reminded me I need to find the Mojo doll.
We see Canal Street, and we see beads hanging off Canal Street, and then Janelle's friends are like, we're going to get her crazy. After we see the beads, they're like, show them titties.
Yeah, their idea of crazy was not what I was expecting.
No, they're going to do baby steps. And Janelle's like, my stomach handled Kody for 20 some years. I can handle any kind of food. Let's just go crazy. First, they tried gator tail, but it's like a gator tail sausage. I've had gator tail before, but it was fried.
Yeah, that looked like a sausage, and it looked very greasy.
It did. Have you ever had gator tail? When I lived like in southern Georgia, we lived on a lake that had gators, and our next door neighbor, my mom called him Jeremiah Johnson. He would eat bullfrogs. He would get gators out of the lake. But every once in a while, you'd see a restaurant that had fried alligator tail, and it tastes kind of like chicken and clam. It's like chicken of the sea.
Gotcha.
This is what Jessica Simpson thought chicken of the sea was. It's not gator. And I texted my friends that are from New Orleans and asked, and they said that gator is common. It's kind of like, jambalaya, beignets. So that is part of their cuisine. But the bugs, that's more of a touristy thing. This is not what they're eating in New Orleans. They're crunching on some chocolate bugs and then some like roasted bugs.
Yeah. The family that I have that's from that area, it's crawfish. That's which look like bugs to me. But what they were eating, what was it? Dark chocolate crickets.
They're just like a shellfish.
Yeah.
You pull the head off and then suck it. You pull the body out. Those are more like crabs or lobster. Do you eat crabs or lobster?
No, I like crab legs.
Okay. Well, it's similar.
Yeah. It's just the way they look. I like fish, but if you throw a fish on my plate that the head's on it, I'm not going to eat it. I said, I'm
but if
weird.
somebody
It's me.
pulled the meat out of the crawdad,
I probably would be fine with that.
eat that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friends, they do that. They do a lot of like jambalaya, rice and beans, stews. They cook a lot of stuff from New Orleans too. It's really good. But yeah, bugs, this is for the show.
Yeah, they opened the package of, what was it, chocolate covered crickets. They didn't look too bad. The second bag of bugs,
they were just like roasted. Now it didn't look like they had legs.
No, they just look like dead bugs laying around somewhere.
Apparently they were crunchy and tasted like air. But no, Janelle tried it. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it, but
then again, they were washing it down with hurricanes. So
well,
hurricanes during hurricane season, they said they were there in the fall.
I guess if you drink enough, it'll make you eat anything. There's some alcohol in there. That's why the worm's at the bottom of the tequila bottle.
Now, have you ever had those suckers that have the worms in them? Yeah, they make those too. Anyway, speaking of worms, Janelle compares her friends to her sister wives. Just kidding. They're more laid back. There's not as much drama. They're more good with the flow. Can you imagine traveling with 4 people all sharing the same husband?
No.
Like, where does he sleep?
No. I mean, true. Well, they have been camping and stuff before where there was an issue in one of the episodes. I can't remember.
No, I can remember. It's because Robyn was sitting there putting on makeup to look pretty, and Janelle and Christine were washing dishes and actually doing work. And then Kody was complimenting Robyn on her looks, and they're like, you fucker. Like, we are cooking you baked beans for breakfast. Be grateful.
Yeah, no, that's not what I meant. There was some kind of issue, I thought, on one of the camping trips over where he slept. Like, it was one person's night, but the other one was wanting him to sleep there. I can't remember. It was something like that.
I can't imagine.
I definitely remember the one that
fight over where Kody sleeps.
Yeah, I definitely remember the one you were talking about.
Janelle says that in polygamy, though, she was so focused on family, and then for a long time, they had to live in secret. So she's only had friends really for the last 5 years, and she really missed having friends.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. I felt bad for her that she didn't get to experience that any sooner in life than she said, because my friends are everything to me.
And she's trying to make friends in North Carolina, it sounds like. She's going to different classes. She's thinking about joining Pilates. She also says she's open to dating, that her kids are asking her when she's going to. And at first she was like, hell no, hell no, hell no. And now she's not opposed.
Right.
And they tell her you need to go to the hardware store if you're looking for a screw.
And go to the
or
tractor supply for a plow.
Go to the tractor supply for a plow. Now, she said that it was when Kody turned 50 that she noticed him start to change. I guess he's just tired and grumpy and sick of all the shit.
Yeah. I think they were sick of this shit before he turned 50.
Yeah. they've been sick of it this whole show. At least Janelle.
He just gave up at that point. He wasn't even trying anymore with the other wives, just Robyn.
And she tried to make the point about Caleb or Mitch. You don't see them saying things like that. But Caleb and Mitch aren't 50 yet, and they only have one wife to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And that one wife isn't Robyn. So that's a lot. It's a lot for anybody. And we'll just finish up Janelle. She says that she usually likes brunette.
Yeah, I was surprised.
But that's good. I guess she didn't. Some people have a type and they won't sway it all from
Deviate
it. So
from it. Mm-hmm.
yeah, the fact that she tried something else, I mean, it's Kody, didn't work out great, but she's going to be successful based on that. Also, her friends are asking her, well, what do you want? She's like, I don't know. They're like, there has to be a minimum height to ride. And she's like, no, I'm 5'5". It doesn't matter to me. She just wants somebody that's built to handle life.
Mm-hmm. Great answer.
Especially considering what she just left, which was,
yeah.
what was Kody built for? Pissing people off? There you go. Agitating some people. Sitting there stirring up the shit.
True.
Janelle tells us she needs that spiritual release from Kody, though. She feels like she's still psychically bonded to him. That's going to piss him the fuck off.
Earlier in the episode, she was saying, Coyote Pass is sold. I'm done. Finally, don't have to have anything to do with him again. And then, bam.
The one last thing.
She needs the spirit. Yeah, he's going to go loco because he did not like it when Meri did that. He is not going to like it when Janelle does it.
And her friends say, couldn't he do it? Why hasn't he initiated? And she said it's harder on the guys. And then they start cracking jokes like, oh, you're here again? Oh, maybe you could get a buy one, get one deal.
Get that BOGO.
Transition into Kody and Robyn talking about his 3 divorces and how hard that is on him, blah, blah, blah. But we skipped the whole part about Kody sitting there and saying he was there 110% for his wives. And it was, he did so much. And then he goes and says, no, it was male menopause. And he didn't want to do the aged work anymore. Which, what the hell word salad? So, of course, first I look up male menopause. It's called andropause. It's when your testosterone isn't kicking in the way it used to. The symptoms, erectile dysfunction. Mental and emotional symptoms, irritability, fatigue, depression, sadness, and a decrease in motivation, confidence, and cognitive function. So we have the decrease in cognitive function. Although, is it a decrease or has it just steadily been low?
I was getting ready to say, what age did he go through that?
Well, it says in your 40s.
Yeah, but I was making a point that he was acting that way before.
Right. It's a life. So it wouldn't be a decrease if it's been that way. It wouldn't be a decline. And if you want to blame andropause, then the depression isn't because of your divorces, which actually makes more sense than him actually being depressed about these women leaving him. At least from the edit.
Honestly, I don't think the man's depressed that his ego took a big hit and he's more upset over that than being depressed that they're gone.
He's depressed about the edit.
Yeah. He didn't even treat them like he wanted them around anyway.
No. He told Meri to leave.
Yeah.
Sexual. It is a lowered sex drive, lowered sex activity. He's still trying to get it up on Robyn, but he doesn't say andropause. He doesn't really mean this. What he's saying is male menopause because menopause, just another way to blame women and say this natural part of life just turns them into basket cases and that's why we broke up. It's just another way to blame them.
I found it very insulting when he said it. Yeah. I was just like, what an asshole. It's such an asshole thing to say.
Such a pain in the ass. Get some hemorrhoid cream and just rub it all over Kody. Now, he asked Robyn if she thinks he should go to therapy so he can learn how to engage with his children, which one of the production people told him to say that. This man did not just come up with this on his own.
No, and honestly, he needs so much therapy on himself to even get to where he's at a place where he can talk to these kids.
Robyn even says, she's been in a place before where she doesn't want to talk to somebody, but if you care about them, you keep trying to talk to them. Like, we're talking about Kody here. It's really tough being the only one that has to deal with your ass, but I keep doing it. I'm leading by example. I don't know. Not a great example. Robyn, this is where she says that she feels like there's hurt and misunderstandings and influencing. No, intense influencing. Way to not hold Kody accountable at all.
Way to blame it on the girls without coming right out and blaming it on the girls that left.
If parent and child have a very strong bond, these little things, to me, it would make the child defend the parent.
Mm-hmm. Most of these kids are adults. They're looking at things through adult glasses at this point. They're not looking at things through a child's glasses or a young person. They've seen enough and know enough. I don't think that any of those moms need to say one thing about Kody. Those kids have already formed their own opinions just on their own observations.
Actions speak louder than words. Actions and inactions.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. If they were close, if he had a great relationship with his kids, and then she blames polygamy for why he doesn't have a good relationship, which we see polygamists that do. And if you aren't able, look, he has a good relationship with your kids, Robyn.
I don't think polygamy has anything to do with it.
Doesn't have anything to do with it.
Like I said, my husband was gone most of the week. He saw our kids 3 days a week. It did not affect. He had a great relationship with the kids.
Kody has a great relationship with Robyn's kids. We're not blaming polygamy on that. No. So he is able to have a good relationship. He just doesn't want to. And that's what the kids see. That is what the kids see.
The lack of
effort. It does
effort.
not matter what the moms are saying. Now, Robyn also says she thinks it's important that the kids have a relationship with Kody and her. She says, and me. You know what? Let's just take baby steps. You're throwing too much at them. They don't need to have a good relationship with you. You are not their parent.
That was part of the problem before. When the kids did try to make efforts, she stepped into like the group chats and was just a real bitch. And they were like, fine, we're not doing anything.
They both need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
She says that with her dad, she still wishes that he was around. And if Kody doesn't fix this, the kids are going to have a Kody-sized hole in their heart. Like, what the fuck?
I laughed at that.
The Kool-Aid man? Like, oh, yeah.
Better than
what happened?
Yeah, it's better than a whole Kody-sized emotional damage. If they stay away from him, at least maybe he can't cause any more damage.
Robyn is just saying how important it is, though, for these kids to have Kody and how she wishes her dad was there. Well, what about her kid's dad?
Well, that's one of the things I was sitting there when I was listening to her talk. I was like, is she a fucking hypocrite or what? Like, what kind of relationship does her kids? Yeah. What kind of relationship does her kids have with their dad? Kody has adopted these kids. So is he even involved in their lives anymore? You're such a fucking hypocrite, Robyn.
And now she's taking Kody away from his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's feeling guilty. But Robyn says when she sees Kody's kids rejecting him, she sees herself rejecting her dad. And Kody cries and says he wishes that he could have grabbed a beer with his dad and he could have fixed things with his dad before his dad died. So really, this desire for them to be close to Kody's kids isn't about being close to Kody's kids. It's about healing their past traumas. Robyn's past trauma of not bonding with her dad and Kody's past trauma of not fixing things with his dad has nothing to do with these kids. In fact, Robyn even says, oh, well, if you can grab a beer with your kids, it would kind of fix that you didn't grab a beer with your dad. That's not what your kids are for, and that's not what the relationship with your kids are for.
No, she's an idiot.
They're selfish. This is all about them.
It's disgusting.
Well, that's it for season 20, episode 9, Standoff at Coyote Pass, or King Kody Says Kiss My Royal Ass. We'll be back tomorrow with 90 Day the Other Way, and it's going to be Thanksgiving. I might drop something. Maybe I'll pull Mama C into something, or maybe I'll just do something myself. I'm going to Columbia, but Dee has got meal prep for her family here. So it's going to be a little bit busier. I might drop something around Thanksgiving. All right, channel surfers. Well, thank you for listening. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, follow all the follower thankies. Thank you for being a channel surfer. We love you. Bye.
Let's ride.
Tune